up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Now, I'm like y'all, yesterday I woke up to a frenzy. This morning I woke up even to a more frenzy. It's been like day 2 of all this going on. Now, before I get into this video, I do want to do a live because a lot of people are like, he has something to do with Pac and Biggie. We gonna talk about, if you grew up in the 90s, you already know. We gonna talk about it because once I find an episode from Steve Harvey, we're going to talk about it, and we're going to get into it because, baby, when I tell you, if you wasn't growing up in the 90s, shut up. If you was growing up in the early 2000s, be quiet. No, sorry, born. And later, be quiet because y'all don't even know the whole beef story behind this. If you didn't grow up in the 90s with a whole bunch of cousins, hush. If you was 2 in diapers watching Wendy Williams, shut your mouth. Anyway, we're going to get into it on a live, but now we're going to get into this tea. So, Cassie, who was dating Diddy for 10 years on and off, is suing him for $30 million. Now, if you guys remember, Cassie came out. She had a couple of hit songs, and after Official Girl, we didn't hear from Cassie anymore. And like a year or 2 later, she confirmed that her and Diddy were dating. We started to see them out on dates, going out. So I'm kind of like, was he dealing with her when, him and Kim Porter was going on and off a lot? Like, what's the tea? Then we started to see that they broke up, and he was with Miami like a year or 2 later. Now, she broke up with him and this is where she fouled, y'all, but she broke up with him after Kim Porter's, death. After it got reported, he had to go to LA to go see what was going on, and go see the twins. Excuse me, y'all, I got a little cold going on, but go see the twins and stuff and go get his kids because the tragic death of Kim Porter and how it happened. Now, it was said that Kim passed away from pneumonia, but a lot of people felt like that wasn't true. And a lot of people were saying that it was something that happened and allegedly you guys went on. Now, I'm going to talk about it a little bit on here. I'm not going to get too much into it because from a child, I know what them kids are going through, all her kids, because I lost my mom too, and I felt that way. So we could get about into that later. But Cassie said, after years of silence and darkness, Ms. Ventura said in a statement, I'm finally ready to tell my story and to speak up on behalf of myself for the benefit of other women who have faced violence and abuse in their relationships. Now, she's been saying this for years. We've been hearing it from everybody that was in a previous relationship with him, how he was. We even seen J-Lo caught a charge with this man and left him. So everybody, I remember when that happened to J-Lo, everybody was like, she's this and that, and she left, and everybody was trying to figure out what was going on. Child, but I'm gonna get into that in the live. But in the incident of court papers, Ventura said early in 2012, Mr. Combs grew angry about her dating rapper Kid Cudi. Even remember, rapper Kid Cudi said that he threatened him too, and that he would up the rapper's car around that time. Kid Cudi did say that happened, and Cassie confirmed it, honey. Cassie confirmed and said, yes, that's true, because when he found out we were dating, he had a problem. I remember she did date Kid Cudi for a minute. And remember, she was in his video. I think she was in one of his videos. And after that, we ain't see no more. So then Aubrey stepped in, honey. She would say, I was trying to tell y'all. Now, a little bit about Aubrey. Aubrey talks a lot. And remember, she was on Making a Band. He did pull her off because he said that she was becoming a different person and this and that. And I'm starting to see that they both were the problem. No shade. And I seen why they bumped heads, because I've been saying this when I used to watch Making a Band, that I said this in another video I did when she was on another show. Her and Diddy actions of the way they switch up are just alike. They're alike to me, because Aubrey said they're very outspoken and they gonna bump heads. And Aubrey gonna do, no shade now, Aubrey gonna do the same thing if she don't get her way. When you said all of that, and he do that too, because y'all remember on Making a Band, he did the same thing. When such and such told me, they do the same thing. So I mean, to me, it's like calling the pot, calling the kettle black. The pot calling the kettle black. Because, baby, you do the same thing. If you don't get your way, you sneak this. You do, and we seen that. But there's a clip of what Aubrey had to say when she did an interview with Kaylin Laurie from Teen Mom, which, Kaylin Laurie was on 16 and Pregnant. Here's a clip.
Do you think Diddy put the hit out on Pac? Was a loaded question. No pun intended.
Yes. Okay, let me say this. You know damn well we can't talk about that shit because, people getting murdered in the streets is a real thing. But I did spend a very, very one of the most interesting nights of my life with Suge Knight, and I did ask him who killed Pac. And I also hung out with Biggie's mom at the Duets album release, and I asked her who killed Biggie.
Did they answer you?
Yeah.
We're going to get more into that at the end of the video and at a live. I'm going to do a live. But Aubrey did say, been trying to tell y'all for years, prayers up for Queen Cassie. One day y'all going to put some respect on my name when I tell you things. Thank you. Well, I understand where she coming from. And that's just like the same thing with Diddy. When Diddy tell people stuff, and then you got other people out here that say things. Aubrey, you weren't the only person. Aubrey, you trying to bring something back that us 90 kids been new. You really wasn't in the hip-hop culture like that till making a band. I'm sorry, no shade. But here's some clips of what everyone's opinions, from Jock to Gina, about her abuse to this and everybody. And I'm going to come back with more of my commentary, because this I knew was coming around the corner. But here y'all go.
Scarface, when that white woman was coming down the escalator.
Yeah.
He was in that man's house and he saw that man's wife and was like this. I was watching Puff. The nigga Puff was looking up there. He saw this white woman. It was bottles on bottles on bottles around her. It was lit. Puff jumped out. Me and Cassie sitting next to each other. My wife right here, Cassie right here. The nigga jumped off the bar, came over and said, yo, Cassie, tomorrow, I want you to shave the side of your head. And I was like, what the fuck kind of request is that? So when I'm like, what the fuck? So when I look up there, this white woman's side of her head was shaved, my nigga. And the bitch looked good with it. So I was looking at Cassie, I was like, you're not about to do that, are you? She said, well, I mean, whatever Sean wants, I'm gonna do.
It got really crazy that time. We was upstairs and he had we were in his closet and he pushed me and I fell to the ground and then he stood over me. So I was laying on my back and he stood over me and he started punching me like this. He avoided my face, but he started punching me on the side of my head, and I was just covering my face. And he did that, and then after he got done doing that, he cause he was standing, his legs were in between me, so he stomped on my stomach. He had caught me texting another man. We was in Miami, and it got really crazy that time.
Now, Dawn stepped in. Dawn said, praying for Cassie and her family for peace and healing. You are beautiful and brave. Now, Dawn has worked with Diddy in 2 different sessions. Remember, she worked for she worked for him and Danny Kane, and then they got into, it's very funny to me in the other group that her and her other group member, I hope I say her name right, I don't want to butcher it because I'm fast talking. They both came out and said some things about the group and about how Diddy didn't want to do it no more and how they felt working under Diddy and the pressure. Now, remember, Nicki Minaj said some things, but she kept it a little quiet. She kind of was a little, and she worked with him for a little bit, and that was it. She didn't work with him anymore. And a lot of people started to notice a lot of things. I'm going to go live, and we're going to get deep into the nails, the color of the nails that Cassie had to wear and the situations in more detail, because I don't want to make this video longer. I'm going to get into with Dawn and Danny Kane and D Woods, how she had to get out of her contract, and how these girls had to get out of contract with him because Diddy really was doing a lot. And how the girls like, if you paid attention then from like early 2000s, you would know. But I'm gonna say this before I get into this Wendy clip. The streets been talking, honey. That's T. I had to say that in my Wendy voice. So now, I know y'all saw that. That's allegedly true. Now, a lot of people have been hearing about the allegations, and now a lot of people are asking what happened to Kim Porter. Did Kim Porter really pass away with pneumonia? Was it really true? Or was it because Kim Porter was going to speak out, did he do something to Kim Porter? Because remember, Kim Porter was saying she was going to write a book about her life and her relationship that she had with Diddy. She was with Diddy for like 12 years, a long time. And they had she had all three of the kids with him. Her oldest son is from Albie Shore. And then after that, she got with Diddy, and she had his son and their twins. Now, I remember when Kim left before the twins and she went back, which I was kind of, surprised and then she came out and said she was pregnant with their twin daughters. Now, this was like around 2000, somewhere in 2000. And after that, she was starting to be by herself having fun, and they would ask about the relationship between her and Diddy, and she'd be like, oh, we're co-parenting, and that was it. But then we started to find out that he was dating Cassie and other females. But then a lot of people, y'all can pause. Y'all remember what Albie Shore said it was something going on. And remember, Albie Shore had knows like there's something going on. I don't believe that happened to Kim. I know it's something that happened. That's not Kim. Kim takes on care of her health, which is true because I never heard of Kim being sick. I never heard of Kim being unhealthy. And Albie Shore was like, there's something going on. He was finna do a book. And he was finna talk about his relationship and things that happened and how him and Diddy was. And remember, Albie Shore got sick. He had a stroke. Remember after he said all that, he had a stroke. He got sick, and we was like looking. Albie Shure's now getting back to his health. Here's my thing. It's crazy. But I'm going to play this clip that Salone has posted on her YouTube 5 months ago. I'm going to play it. And when she said it, I kind of felt it because I knew this wasn't over, because I knew it was a lot more stuff going to creep out. If I know y'all believe in God and spirituality, y'all know what I'm talking about. And I told y'all there were going to be some revealings this year. And y'all, by the end of the year, going into 2024, it still got people going to be, if you follow me on Facebook, Instagram, I say people are going to be in TikTok. People are going to be exposed. By 2023, that you're going to be shocked. By 2024, it's going to be a shift into good energy and healing. And everybody who's supposed to be where they're supposed to be are going to be paired there. And that's going to be either your lesson or your blessing. Some people got to learn. Some people don't. Here's that clip.
That will pretty much do anything. And she's kind of showing me. Now, I'm going down that train of thought, and I'm getting an image right now of a mob wife. M-O-B, mob wife. That's how she just spelt it in my head. She's very, very smart, intellectual. Like, she wants me to know she's smart. The mob wife has long bleached blonde hair. And she's kind of explaining, this is, I believe, her position. But she's explaining to me that early on in the marriage, this mob wife married a man she loved. Or was with a man and had kids with a man she loved. And did her wife things. Did her hair, did her nails, raised her kids, had her friends, Pilates, yoga, whatever. And then one day came to know that the husband that she married because she loved and who she avoided looking into every single aspect of what he did business-wise, when she found out she could no longer have breakfast with this man, talk to this man on an equal level. She had to step back from it because it was so offensive to her heart. That's what happened to her. So her ex crossed the line in such a way that it offended her sense of moral code, and she could no longer stay. He also used to hit her and choke her, so that we're clear on that. She shows me being choked, being shaken and choked like that. And he was always tricking her. He was always coming in nice and then flipping a switch, flipping like that. Always coming in nice and then flippo like that. And actually, very scared human being, if he's human. I'm adding that. She didn't add that. Very scared person with no real faith. and his bravado is melting down. So it's ending now. And then she's saying something. I'm sorry, she's speaking in codes, but she's singing that song by Stevie Wonder, Signed, Sealed, and Delivered. Like, I don't know if that was a song that they spoke about or code, or if she just liked that song. But signed, sealed, and delivered within 5 months is what I'm hearing. So her friends, family, and people that loved her and fan base will have some answers. Completely toxic metal shock through the nasal cavity. That's what I'm seeing. That's all I'm seeing. So that is my celebrity channeled energy reading on Miss Kim Porter.
Now that shout out to my girl Toxic Tea Lounge. Now a lot of people asking is you know what's up with Young Miami? Is Young Miami gonna leave? Is he gonna do the same thing to her? Is Young Miami single? Why Young Miami not talking? So Clarissa stepped in the neighborhood talk, shot at them honey and said, hell, I'm still waiting for her to stand up for her man like she did Krishan man against his mama. You know, she got a little beef. But a lot of people like, is Young Miami gonna say? Young Miami is not gonna say anything. Young Miami, everybody want to know, does Young Miami has a story to tell? Is she going to tell her story? She's not. Not right now. So whatever Diddy did to 50 Cent is really, is really coming with 50 Cent sitting here like, well, 50 Cent, you better be careful too. Because there's some stuff about you that you know folks going to come out and tell. So you might just want to sit down and relax, chill out. 50 Cent said, damn, bro, brother love. You out here looking crazy as an MF. Laughing my A off. Exactly what he said. So, y'all, here's my thoughts. And in my opinion, this is only my thoughts in my opinion. Aubrey, I feel like is trying to bring this up because she feels vindicated. But Aubrey, you and him were like water and wine. Y'all, really to me, y'all, you were like beer and wine, okay? Because y'all like the same. If you grew up in the, like I said, 90s, even older, early 2000s, you knew what the situation was. And I feel like I told y'all gonna be shocked. It's gonna be a lot of things that come out. Even a lot of people have said this, y'all, these celebrities, and you're gonna have things come out about these pastors, these churches, and stuff like that. This isn't the end. We got till January, but it's gonna be a little trickle of it in January, and then it'll probably die out. But this is gonna continue. This is gonna be going on for at least almost a year. Okay, I'm telling you now. So be prepared, because it's gonna be a lot of things that come out about this man. With the Kim Porter situation, I was a little shaky about it, but I took it as that because natural causes happen. Things happen. When God wants you to go, He wants you to go. But then in the back of your mind, you also know how things are. Here's my thing. Even Diddy has said that she been blackmailing him for $300 million because she need the money. Cassie don't need anything. If you did it, you did it. But I'm going to tell you one thing. You better not touch Carisha. You better not try to put your hands on Carisha. That's all I'm going to say. You better not. You better not do nothing at all. Mind your business.
Repeat itself. Move it along, bring it across.
This is Lethe video. I will be more with any more updates. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. It's Friday. We're going to talk about it. So it might be 12 o'clock, might be between 11 and 12. We're going to go live. Be ready, y'all. And then I'm going to try to get you guys to talk and tell y'all opinions too tonight. So thank you guys for watching. Put in the comments what y'all think about it, because I'm going to keep talking about it more as it come out. I'm just saying. Later. Bye.